Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, July the 8th, and I'm back in the kitchen again. We're going to do a one skillet meal. I prepare these all the time because I live alone and I'm just cooking for myself. Now, if it's going to be you and your husband or, you and 2 or 3 family members, of course you will want to increase the recipe, but I'm just showing you what I make as a little one skillet simple meal for myself. But first I want to tell you about a YouTube friend of mine and ask you to go over and check out her channel. Her name is Vivian Kimberlin, and that's Vivian Kimberlin, Kimberlin. She lives in her car with her little dog Sammy, and she takes us on some little adventures in her videos, and she's a hoot, y'all. She does make arts and crafts. She makes jewelry, and I'll just give her channel a little view time if you don't mind, and I'll just check her out and tell her that Glenda sent you. So let's get busy. So the meat that we're using today is chicken. So I'm going to put my tripod down in the sink, and then we'll get started on my one skillet meal. Okay, so I have a gallon bag here because I want to put everything in here and then blend it all together. So I have 1 chicken thigh. It's been washed, and I do leave the skin on it because I like the crispy skin. And I have 1 potato cut into chunks. I'm going to dump that in there. And I have about 3 slices of an eggplant, and I just cut it into chunks. And I have about 3 slices of purple onion, and then I have 2 carrots that I diced. We'll put that in the bag. And of course I have my garlic. These are about 3 cloves. And then I have some Brussels sprouts just to add a few more veggies. So I'll have some orange, purple, and green vegetables. Now I'm going to add a couple dashes of my Lea & Perrins Worcestershire sauce. I'm not going to measure it, just a couple of little dashes. And a couple of dashes of Mrs. Dash. And then for my seasonings, I'm going to use 1/4 teaspoon of the Tony Chacheres Creole seasoning. You can buy that at Walmart. 1/4 teaspoon black pepper. And 1/4 teaspoon regular salt. Of course, I will taste it, and my salt's getting gobbled up. Taste it and then add salt and pepper as needed. And then I'm going to kind of marinate it in balsamic vinaigrette. And this is 1/4 of a cup. So we're just going to pour this in the bag. And I'm out of olive oil, but I'm just going to put a little squirt of just vegetable oil. But I normally would use probably about a 1/4 of a cup of olive oil. So let's blend this all together. Now what I did, I just took my black iron skillet and sprayed it with the pan. So we're just going to shake this up, blend it all together. Sometimes I will use, a sweet potato. Sometimes I'll use green beans instead of the Brussels sprouts. I usually always use carrots. Okay, so that's blended very nicely. Okay, so we're just going to dump it all in my black skillet. My good old cast iron skillet. So we're going to have a complete meal cooked right here in this one skillet. I kind of do, put my chicken in the middle here. And then just spread your veggies all around. Okay, let me wash my hands. So this is what it looks like. Okay, I'm going to cover it with tin foil and let it cook for about 20 minutes covered. And then I will uncover it and just kind of let everything brown and get crispy for probably about 30 minutes. And even though the vegetables are all different in texture, they all pretty much just cook the same. You know, they come out nice. I don't have any problem with it. So let's put it in a 375-degree oven. And then we'll come back and check the time in about 20 minutes. I gotta wash this chicken off my hands with some soap. And we're gonna make a salad today too. And it is going to be a pear salad. Now, since I moved to the north, nobody up here knows what a pear salad is. We used to have them all the time in the south. But what I did, I bought a can of just Walmart brand pear halves. So I'm going to take 2 of these pear halves and put them in a bowl. You know, these are so tiny, I think I'll take 3. So here they are, just the pear halves right here in this bowl. And then you take a little shredded cheese and you put it in the little hole, the little indentation there in the pears. Or you can just cover. Now, if you have lettuce, of course you would want to put a little bit of lettuce underneath the pears. But I don't have any lettuce, but that's okay. And then you just take a spoon and a little bit of mayo. And then you just put that on top of the pears. That's what it looks like, just a little pear salad. Of course, it would be beautiful if you had your green lettuce underneath. And I like to sweeten it up a little bit, and I will take some of the juice out of the can and pour this over the mayonnaise and the cheese. Now, when I lived in the South, I had a friend that was from Alabama. And they made it the same way, except they put the mayonnaise in the little hole and then sprinkled the cheese on top of the mayonnaise. So this is the Mississippi way, the cheese in the hole and the mayonnaise on top of the cheese. So let me put this in the refrigerator. And then we'll go in the kitchen. We'll go in the living room and I'll tell y'all a story. So we finally got a break in the hot weather today. A cool front came through yesterday. We got some rain and some cooler weather. But I just wanted to let y'all know that I haven't forgotten about the green lizard skin purse. I have it right here. And I have over 30 names on the list to be drawn. Now, remember, I told y'all as soon as I get to 777 subscribers, I'm going to put all the names in a pot, and we're going to have a drawing. So, I'm up to 739, so we're almost there. I would imagine by the 1st of August, I will have reached the 777. And if any of y'all are not familiar with it, I am giving away this beautiful lizard skin purse. It is from Anthropology with a price tag of $88. This is the name of the company that made it. And what I had asked was for anyone interested in the purse to share my channel either on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or just by word of mouth. And if you do share it, then just put in the comments below, lizard. And I'll put your name on the list. So thank you so much. Now I wanted to show y'all this picture of a fence in New Orleans. Now who would think that a fence would be a tourist attraction, but it is. This is it right here. And it's called the Cornstalk Fence. And there's a boutique hotel there called the Cornstalk Fence Hotel. And it's on Royal Street down in the French Quarter. And in 1834, Dr. Joseph Biamenti bought the house for him and his wife. Well, his wife was from Iowa, and she got homesick and wanted to go back home. So to try to persuade her to stay in New Orleans, he commissioned this wrought iron fence to be made for her. Now, isn't that a show of love? How sweet. And so it was built, I guess about the mid-1800s. And each column here, you can't really see it, but at the bottom of the column is a wrought iron shaped pumpkin. And this is the Cornstalk Hotel on Royal Street in the Vieux Carré in New Orleans. That's my daughter Jill. She was 22 years old in that picture. And also on Bourbon Street, there's a bar there called the Old Absinthe House. This is a picture of the outside of it. Old Absinthe House. And it's at the corner of, let's see, Bourbon. I don't know the adjoining street there. But this has been here since, I'm not sure when it was established, but it was rumored that pirate Jean Lafitte met with Governor Andrew Jackson to discuss fighting, to keep the British out of the city of New Orleans. And because the pirate and his pirate fleet knew all the bayous and the swamps, General Andrew Jackson, got them to defend the city of New Orleans. And that was called the Battle of New Orleans, and they did successfully defend against the British. So at this absinthe is it's a medicinal type drink. It's very high in alcohol, and it has an anise flavored. And when Jill and I went there, we did get a drink, but I couldn't drink it. It was awful. It was green, and it just tasted like real bitter medicine to me. And that's Jill leaning against the lamppost there on Bourbon Street in New Orleans. So I'm going to end this video now, and then we'll come back with a second video. I'm going to go in there and uncover the one-skillet dinner, and then let it cook for about 30 minutes uncovered, and all the veggies and the chicken is going to get nice and crispy and brown. So y'all just come on back for video number 2. Thanks, guys. Bye.